Hey guys, what's going on? In this video today, we're going to be talking about when you should scale your products, okay? So, first things first, when your campaign is performing and you are within your target CPA, you want to start scaling. So, during testing, we scale our ad sets when they are below our break-even CPA and we are profitable. You can also scale if your CPA is higher, but your ROAS is above your break-even ROAS. Okay, so for example, say your break-even CPA is 20 bucks. Okay, and your break-even ROAS is 1.5. If your CPA says 25, but your ROAS says 3x, that means you can scale that ad set because it is actually performing and you are profitable on that ad set because people are buying more of your product in that specific ad set and your average order value is higher for that specific ad set. Okay, now we always want to look at the bottom bolded line. Okay, and I'm going to show you what that is in the campaign in your business manager. This gives us the average of everything, but when we are testing, we look at individual ad sets. So let me explain real quick what I mean by that, okay? So we have our ad sets here, right? And we're going to have probably 10 different ad sets, okay? So what we want to do is this is going to be the bottom bolded line, okay? This is going to show you the average of everything. So say, for example, we're looking at our cost per result, which is our cost per acquisition or cost per purchase, okay? We always want to look at the bottom bolded line because that is going to give us the average as a whole for the campaign, okay? If we are looking at individual ad set, it's a possibility that we can make a mistake when we're scaling and when we're turning off ad sets. And let me tell you what I mean by that. So say, for example, okay, we're running 10 ad sets and 7 of the ad sets are performing. And your cost per result, in order to be profitable and not break even, say is at 15 bucks, right? And this bottom bolded line is saying $12 out of all those 10 ad sets. But say, for example, you have 3 ad sets with a CPA of 20 bucks or 25 bucks. So they're break even or above break even. So technically they're not profitable, right? But if your bottom bold line is telling you your campaign is performing as a whole, okay, and your CPA as a whole is 12, then do not touch anything. Do not turn off those ad sets that are at a break-even CPA, and do not turn off the ad sets that are above your break-even CPA, because what that's going to do is it can screw up your entire campaign's performance. Do not touch anything that is already working, guys. When something is working, all you want to do is just scale it. Do not mess with it, all right? So that's what I mean by bottom bolded line, all right? Now, so this is basically what I was just explaining. After testing and you determine your product is a winner, you always want to look at the bottom line, okay? Because if 7 out of your 10 ad sets are performing, but the other 3 are still getting you sales a little bit above your break-even CPA, you do not want to turn them off. Your campaign will perform better as a whole. That's exactly what I was saying. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why do we only use this method when we figure out the product is a winning product? Well, because when you're testing, some ad sets are going to perform and some ad sets are not going to perform. So we're looking at them as an individual basis to even see if the product's a winning product. Does that make sense? So for example, if we're testing a product, we have 10 ad sets and we're letting it run, and the product, it got, like, say for example, three sales. we don't really care to look at the bottom bolded line because we know this product is a doozy and it's not going to work out, right? So that's what I mean by when we have a winning product, we always make decision based on the bottom bolded line, okay? Now, if your bottom line CPA, okay, your bottom bolded line right here, okay, cost per result, is above your break-even point, which means technically you're losing money, right? So say, for example, your break-even point's 20 bucks. And in order for you to make money, your CPA needs to be below 20 bucks. If your bottom bolded line says 25 bucks, that means you're losing money on that specific product or campaign, right? So what you would do there is look at your individual ad sets. Are there some within your target CPA where they should be? And are there some above? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn off the ad sets that are not making you money, so they're above your break-even point CPA, okay? And you want to keep the ones that are performing that are below your target or break-even CPA and let it run for another 3 days. So what you want to do is you would come in here, look at it as a whole. Okay, this says 25 bucks. Look at your ad sets, start turning off ad sets that say that the CPA is above your break-even point, okay? Because it's telling you that ad set's losing money. So turn off that ad set. But the ad sets that are showing that they're profitable, so they're below your target or I'm sorry, break-even CPA, then you want to keep those ones on, turn off the junk ones, and let it run for another 3 days and see how it does. If it's performing, then you want to start scaling those ad sets. If it's not performing and your CPAs just keep creeping up, then that product is a doozy, okay? You don't want to keep continuing to test that product. Just move on to the next product. Don't get attached to a product. There's plenty of products out there. Just move on to the next, okay? So that's pretty much it for this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.